Hello, everyone. I'm new to the group. I think it was this group I posted that I was getting my stuff together to make a post. I've joined several pro guns and Second Amendment groups the last couple of days, so I'm not really for sure which one it was. But sorry for my nervousness. I'm trying to get used to doing videos because of my mission that I am on. I have a nonprofit organization that's called Our Little Guardian Angels that was opened in September 2021 for another reason to help toward children's stuff. But then my son was murdered December 8th, 2021. And I found out right before, right after midnight on my birthday, midnight made my birthday, that my son didn't make it. And not only did I almost lose my son, but I could have lost my daughter too, because she was standing right beside my son when he was shot 3 times in the back through a windshield of a car. And it just makes me mad because my son is classified as a gun violence victim. And he's not a gun violent victim. He is a victim of violence with a gun. And that word just, it rubs me wrong. It did before my son was murdered, and now that he's murdered and classified in that category, it really rubs me wrong. And this whole Second Amendment fight, it's ridiculous. I mean, why the fuck does the government want to do that? Why the hell are they trying to take away our rights that was given to us by the Second Amendment? They want to say a militia is a group of soldiers or whatever. I can't remember the exact wording. I have it wrote down, but a militia, if you go back and you do your research and educate yourself on the Second Amendment wording, then you will see that a militia is a group of citizens called upon when there was need to defend their territory. A militia was not trained. They just called them out of their homes and they went. They wanted to claim the National Guard as modern day militia. No, it's not. If you know anything about the militia back then and the National Guard now, and all it takes is a little looking into, the National Guard goes 10 weeks of training. That's still training. A National Guard is not a militia. A militia is me and you and everybody else in this group that's watching this video. We are a militia. Untrained citizens who have the rights to keep in their home, to bear arms, to protect ourselves, and also to stand up against a tyranny government. That is the number one reason they want to do away with the Second Amendment, if truth is told. Because what kind of government are they trying to become? Eventually, if we don't stand up and do something about it, they will be that tyranny government. And they will have our guns. And they will have our right to protect ourselves. And then what are we going to do? We can't do nothing then. We can't uprise then. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of that the citizens is going to get band together and get tired of their shit. And they're going to stand up against them and overthrow them and make the government like it should be. So, the funny thing is, legally, I can't even own a gun because I am on mental disability. So, why am I making a stand against this, trying to join the fight for it? Because I never know, since I legally can't own a gun, I never know when I'm going to need my neighbor, John Smith or whoever he may be, or she may be, to defend me with their gun. And if that day ever comes, I want to make sure my neighbor, and hopefully my friend next door, has the protection that we need. And this fucking 2 words, gun violence, needs to be wiped off the freaking face of the map. Because they're blaming the gun when they say gun violence. The gun does not get up and load itself, does not drive itself to wherever, and does not put itself in the air and squeeze its own trigger. Man does that. So blame man, not the gun. And you think, well, the government thinks taking away, and all these people that are for the government taking away guns thinks that that's going to cut down on the murders, the violent crimes, Wrong. Bullshit, motherfuckers. All that's going to do is make us sitting ducks and give the criminals their guns still. Until you get rid of the black market and all this gun trafficking, you're not ever going to get rid of the criminal activity with guns. I don't care what you do. I don't care how many guns you take. I don't care if you find every gun that you could find possible on the face of the earth. You still will have black market guns. You still will have criminals having their guns, leaving people like us defenseless. I used to be one of them people that says people need to make a stand. People need to stand up. Well, you know what? My son being murdered has lit that fire under me. And that's what the hell I'm going to do. So whoever out there that hears this video, sees this video, if you agree with me, then stand with me, support me, help me make this stance. And another thing is the murder laws. That's why there's so many damn murders and criminal activity. If they had stricter laws for those that commit murder, like the one that killed my son, shot him in the back, he is indicted on murder 1. But you know, the sad part is, most of the time they don't get that. Most of the time they get murder 2, 40 years at the most. You know, I am in the process of trying to do whatever I can do to find any research material on our murder and criminal laws right now, because I am trying to come up with a law called Mikey's Law. My son was named Michael. To amend these laws, make them stricter for the murderers, the violent criminals, you know, offenders, whatever you want to call them. They've done got lax on them. And that's why there's so many repeat ones. And after what happened to my son, it made a whole lot of things more clearer in these areas. Because I had felt this way before that. But now, it makes me think, you know, this happened to my son for no reason. And the world's getting worse and worse. You know, what kind of world are the generation coming up now, the younger ones, gonna have to live in, you know? Come here, baby. Get up here a minute. What kind of world? My little precious angel right here. My oldest G daughter, Mary Beth. What kind of world is she gonna grow up in? Not a world I want her to. And the only way to try to make sure that happens is if I make a stand. So I'm making my stand. Not only for my son, for him, his proper justice, but for little ones like this. Others like my son. So, if you feel the way I do, please support me. Please back me. And help me make my stand. And maybe, just maybe, I'm the one with enough drive, enough passion, enough fire to make a change in this area. That with the right backers and supporters, we can get it done.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. So, this is my post, what I'm here in this group for. And it's nice to meet everyone. Y'all have a blessed time.